As you are working with students K through 12, you will notice a time of the day where the students just seem tired. And sometimes it brings up behaviors, sometimes they don't talk at all, and they just look at you like, and you're like, what's going on, you know? Well, brain breaks are really important to have up your sleeve when you are substitute teaching. And today I'm going to teach you, not really teach you, but give you some brain break ideas that you can use in the classroom, no matter the age, obviously. Just make sure that you adapt it to whatever grade you are in. So here are some movement-based brain breaks. Simon Says, definitely elementary, low elementary school. And I'm sure we're all familiar with that. Deskercise. So this one could be an exercise that you do. They can be sitting at their desk and you can say like arm circles. I don't have the capacity. Or stretch, you know, like do something like that just to get their brain moving, and head circles, stuff like that. A freeze dance. You could do, obviously it's exactly like it says, dance party, and then you freeze. You can even do like red light, green light. That would be another lower elementary school one that they would like to do, because they're learning like what red light means, what a green light means, and then you can apply that to school. Follow the leader. I think you can use your imagination with that one as well. Mindfulness and relaxation brain breaks. So you could do deep breathing exercises with them. There are a lot of stuff like that. I'm sure on YouTube you can find deep breath exercises for kindergartners or for elementary school kids, something along those lines. I would assume that there would be something like that on YouTube. Something like that. You could also just count down. You can say, okay, everyone close their eyes and count with me in your mind backwards. So you can start with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then they like open your eyes. My cat is in the way. You can do a guided imagery. So this one could be something like maybe you're pretending you are at the beach relaxing, and you can have them visualize that in their heads and do that for like 2 minutes, and then they open their eyes. Or you can do something like visualize a place that you love to be at where you feel very relaxed. Are you okay now that you are in that state? I feel like I would be a really bad meditation person, because I would be like, did I say that right? Did that sound weird? But anyways, that's a really good technique to use with students and of all ages on that one. You can do quick games. That would, a lot of students really like games, of course. Would you rather, 20 questions, Pictionary, Silent Ball. So Silent Ball is a game where students just pass a soft ball. Even if you have like old paper, you can crush it up and make a ball, and then they can like throw it to each other, and they cannot speak. If someone talks, they're out, and then they sit out. Creative ideas. You can just have them draw. They can do like a story chain. So you start a story with them, and then each student adds on to the story. So it would be like, one day a little girl, and then the next student would say, had a red dress on, and then the next student would say something else. You could do an acted out game somehow. Even something cool like an origami challenge, or something that like outside of school, maybe you're an artist and you want to do some type of like art thing, or you're a scientist and you want to do something, I don't know, I'm making it up, but I think you get the gist of it. You can bring in your own talent and teach them something, especially if it's like 3 to 5 minutes for a brain break. That's absolutely perfect. Some educational things that you can do with them is trivia. I'm sure that there's trivia games here on YouTube. You can make them up. The kids love Kahoot. I'm sure there's other ones other than Kahoot, and I think it's free. You might, like teachers or districts may pay for them, but if there's like a premium version, but I would assume that there's like a free version of Kahoot. Spelling races, you can do one. This will obviously would be elementary school. And if they have like spelling words, you could do like, they can be on a team, and then you could say like whatever the word is. Let's say it's hot potato. And then they would have to spell hot potato as fast as they can. And then whoever spelled it first wins, or like gets a point. Math minute's a good one. You can make that up. You can, if there's flashcards in the room, you can have them line up and they do that. I would say be creative with it. Get them away from paper, pencil. And then a word association. This one, a lot of the kids have fun with. So like you can say something like space, and then they have to say like something really quick that thinks of space. They could be sun, or like moon, or earth, something like oh my gosh, something along those lines. So just to recap, brain breaks are just little bits of time in between class, when you're in class and the students are feeling like they're foggy, they're not like able to really focus or pay attention, and just a way to get them to wake their brains up is to just do a brain break where it's just a little break, nothing else to it. Let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in this video